The cameras flash.
Right.
The crowd freezes. And just like that, Hollywood has a brand new obsession.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine you finally achieve your ultimate dream, right? The red carpets are rolled out. You're standing on a stage, holding a golden globe, and you are literally on top of the world.
Bathed in all that validation.
Exactly. The validation you have spent your entire life chasing. But then, well, the flashbulbs fade, the applause stops, and you have to go home.
Yeah.
And in the quiet of that home, you watch your personal life, your absolute sanctuary, fracture and break apart in front of the entire world.
It is terrifying to even think about.
It really is. Welcome to StarScope Report. Join Jordan and Jamie as they uncover Hollywood drama, music industry shakeups, and viral influencer scandals.
That's right.
From red carpet surprises to social media controversies, we dive deep into the stories behind the fame. And today, we are doing a deep dive into a very real, very heavy statistical reality.
Yeah, we are pulling from breaking entertainment news from TMZ, Us Weekly, and Entertainment Tonight today.
Oh, and that deep cast breakdown from the YouTube channel OSSA, right?
Exactly. Plus, we are bringing in some hard data from the Marriage Foundation. But to move past just the gossip, we are also grounding this in a fascinating academic paper by sociologist Leonid E. Grinnen.
I mean, we really want to understand what happens when the pressure cooker of sudden fame invades a private home.
Because it is not just drama, it is a sociological phenomenon. Grinnen actually frames celebrities as this distinct new elite.
And that framing is so important because our foundational headline today is literally everywhere right now. The Bear star Abby Elliott files for divorce after nearly 10 years.
Yeah, it is incredibly sad.
It is. She plays Natalie Berzatto on the show,
Yeah.
and she has officially filed to divorce her husband, television producer Bill Kennedy.
And, you know, Kennedy is heavily embedded in the industry himself.
Right.
He is known for his work on The Morning Show and House of Cards. They actually met on the set of a project he wrote called Sex Ed. Yeah, they got married back in September 2016, and they share two really young children, Edith, who is 5, and William, who is 3.
Wow, so young.
I know. And according to the court documents filed in L.A., Abby listed the official separation date as July 8th, 2026.
The filing shows she is seeking joint legal and physical custody. Right?
Yeah, joint custody. And she is requesting spousal support while basically asking the court to terminate its ability to award him support.
Okay, so it paints a picture of a very definitive heartbreak.
Completely.
And this is for a couple that was previously, like, fiercely private. But if you look at the context provided by Us Weekly, you really start to see the immense struggles happening behind closed doors.
Oh, absolutely.
Because less than a year ago, Abby publicly revealed her grueling journey with IVF and a chemical pregnancy.
Yeah, and a chemical pregnancy being an early pregnancy loss that occurs within the first 5 weeks.
Right.
The physiological and emotional toll of that, I mean, it just cannot be overstated. She described the IVF process as a full-time job.
A full-time job.
Yeah, one that completely dictated her happiness.
Just think about the psychological whiplash of that experience for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You are dealing with the intense physical demands of hormone injections, right?
Oh, yeah.
The constant agonizing cycle of hoping for good news but bracing for devastation. She even mentioned that the clinical term chemical made her feel like it was just a wrong formula in a test tube.
Which is such an incredibly raw, isolating way to feel.
Exactly. Now, compound that deeply private grief with the simultaneous explosion of the bear.
The timing is wild.
Right. You are navigating this devastating medical and emotional trauma, and then you are contractually obligated to put on designer clothes, sit under bright lights, and project high-energy enthusiasm for a press junket.
It's just bizarre.
The dissonance between your internal reality and your required public performance, I mean, it is enough to crack any foundation.
It creates an environment where the sanctuary of the marriage is just invaded by professional obligations.
And this exact dynamic, this bizarre forced disconnect between public perception and private reality, it is completely mirrored in the collapse of her on-screen brother's marriage, too.
Oh, you mean Jeremy Allen White and Addison Timlin?
Yes. And honestly, that's not even the wildest part of this deep dive. Wait till you hear the specifics of their timeline, because it exposes the sheer machinery of Hollywood awards season.
The PR machine is relentless.
It really is. So Addison Timlin filed for divorce in May 2023. But the divorce filings obtained by Entertainment Tonight list their official date of separation as September 1st, 2022.
Right, which is huge.
Because that date is the key to understanding the Hollywood illusion. Months after that legal separation in January 2023, Jeremy Allen White wins the Golden Globe for Best Actor.
With the whole world watching.
The momentum of the show is peaking. He gets on stage, delivers a sweeping speech, and professes his deep love for her. He literally said, "Addison Timlin, I love you deep in my bones."
Even though they had been separated for months.
Yeah.
Which forces us to ask why that performance even happens. And the truth is, the studios heavily incentivize actors to maintain a very specific facade during awards season.
Right. The whole for your consideration campaign.
Exactly. Those campaigns cost millions of dollars. The PR machinery demands a narrative of stability, like the perfect leading man with a supportive family.
Because admitting your marriage is over introduces volatility.
Yeah, it threatens the investment. So the ecosystem forces a wedge between the public performance and the private truth.
You literally have to perform your marriage for the voters while legally dismantling it in private.
And the reality of that dismantling is agonizing, especially when you look at the custody agreement regarding their daughters, Ezer and Dolores.
Oh, this part is heavy.
Jeremy Allen White is bound by incredibly strict stipulations to even see his children. He has to undergo SoberLink alcohol testing up to 5 times a week when the girls are in his care.
Wait, SoberLink, can you explain what that actually is?
Yeah, so SoberLink is a portable breathalyzer system, but it is equipped with facial recognition technology.
Wow.
Yeah, and it automatically sends the results in real time to the co-parent or legal monitors.
That is intense.
It is. If he fails a test, he gets 1 extra attempt to confirm the accuracy. But if he is found drinking, he loses custody immediately.
Immediately.
Yeah, he is also mandated to attend weekly AA meetings and therapy sessions.
I mean, this isn't just two people drifting apart. This is a family dealing with the grueling daily logistics of addiction recovery.
Oh, totally.
Timlin actually hinted at this raw strain on Mother's Day. She posted about the difficulties of being a, quote, single mom, unquote.
All right, I remember that.
But then the internet erupted, and she had to quickly edit the caption to co-parent. It just shows how even a fleeting moment of honest exhaustion is immediately policed by the public.
The public does not let them have a bad day.
Never. But, I was looking at this Marriage Foundation data we have, and I want to push back on the premise that this is just some sort of Hollywood curse.
Okay, lay it on me.
I mean, we all know regular marriages fail all the time. Are celebrities actually breaking apart at a higher frequency? Or does it just feel that way because TMZ is out here publishing their custody agreements?
Well, the 2016 Marriage Foundation report strips away the anecdote completely. It actually confirms that the celebrity divorce curse is a mathematical reality.
A mathematical reality.
Yeah, the researchers tracked 488 A-list couples who married between 2001 and 2010, and they analyzed their divorce rates over a 14-year period.
Okay, what were the numbers?
Over that span, the celebrity divorce rate is a staggering 50%.
50%.
Half of them. Half. And when you compare that to the regular United Kingdom population average for the exact same 14-year time frame, the regular divorce rate was only 25%.
Wait, so they are feeling at exactly double the rate of regular people?
Exactly double. And the timeline of when these fractures happen is even more telling. The earliest years of a celebrity marriage are basically an absolute bloodbath.
A bloodbath.
In the very first year of marriage, 4% of celebrity couples divorce. Compare that to just 0.8% for the regular population.
Wait, so they are 5 times more likely to divorce in the first 12 months?
Yeah, 5 times more likely to walk away within a year. And by year 3, 6% of celebrity marriages end in that single year alone.
That is wild.
Celebrities had a 13% cumulative divorce rate by their 3rd anniversary. That is a threshold that takes regular couples over a decade to reach.
You know what blew my mind looking at this data? It wasn't just the sheer volume of the divorces.
What was it?
It is that they are happening while these couples possess the one resource that usually saves marriages, which is endless money.
Right. Financial security.
Exactly. In standard sociological studies, higher income dramatically increases family stability. It removes the daily grind.
Yeah, the stress of the bills.
Think about how stressful it is to argue with your partner about paying the mortgage, fixing a broken car, or affording childcare. Money acts as a shock absorber for life's miseries.
It definitely does.
And celebrities have some of the highest incomes on the planet. They have a literal fortress of financial security. And yet, their marriages fail at double the rate.
Which indicates that whatever is actively destroying these marriages is so aggressive and so pervasive that it completely overrides the stabilizing effect of immense wealth.
So if money isn't the problem, the mechanism of destruction has to be the fame itself, right?
Precisely. And this is where sociologist Leonid Grinin's framework becomes so essential.
This is the new elite paper.
Yes. In his study, Celebrities as a New Elite of Information Society, he argues that we need to stop viewing celebrities merely as entertainers.
Right.
We have to recognize them as a distinct social class, replacing the old aristocracy.
See, historically, the old elite maintained their status through inherent assets like land, titles, bloodlines.
Exactly. You were a duke whether people paid attention to you or not.
But Grinin points out that for this new elite, fame is not just a byproduct of a job. Fame is their actual tangible currency.
And it is a uniquely volatile type of capital because it is entirely dependent on relentless public attention. Grinin actually uses this great phrase, long absent, soon forgotten.
Oh, I like that.
Fame isn't like a savings account that quietly accrues interest while you sleep. It is way more like a high-interest debt.
Okay, explain that.
The only way to pay the monthly interest and maintain your status in the elite class is by continually handing over pieces of your private life. The media machine requires constant feeding, and what it needs is the private sphere.
Oh, that makes so much sense. The ecosystem itself incentivizes the destruction of privacy.
Exactly.
I mean, think about it. The paparazzi economy, the gossip blogs, the social media algorithms, none of them generate revenue from stability.
Nope.
If you have a quiet, happy weekend at home with your kids, nobody makes money.
Boring.
Right. But if you get married, the media covers it. If you struggle with fertility, it becomes a headline. If you end up in a bitter custody dispute involving breathalyzers, it fuels a whole week of content.
The chaos is profitable.
Grinin points out that the more often a star marries, divorces, or enters a scandal, the more their fame currency increases because they dominate the attention economy. The system actively rewards the chaos.
And that lack of a private sphere places just an unbearable psychological load on a partnership. There is literally no safe harbor.
Yeah.
The moral norms and corporate demands of this new elite class demand that everything you do, even your deepest personal traumas, must be leveraged for public consumption.
You can't even go to the grocery store or attend an AA meeting without the risk of your worst day being monetized by a stranger with a camera.
It is terrifying. And hey, if you are loving these Hollywood twists and deep dives, make sure you are subscribed. We have got even crazier stories ahead on StarScope Report.
Absolutely. Hit that subscribe button. But wait, I have a question about this whole rigged system.
Go for it.
If the entire system is rigged against stability, how do we explain the survivors?
Oh, that is a good point.
Because later in the episode, wait, actually, let's just get into it now. If we look at the OSSA breakdown of the rest of the Bear cast, they aren't all getting divorced.
No, they aren't.
Evan Mossbach, who plays Richie, he just won an Emmy, had that amazing, viral, passionate kiss with Maddie Matheson on stage. And he is universally beloved right now.
Oh, that kiss was iconic.
Right. But his real-life rock is his wife, Yelena Yemchuk.
And the pattern that emerges among the survivors is incredibly clear. They anchored their identities and their relationships long before extreme fame arrived.
Oh, pre-fame grounding.
Yes. Eben and Yelena met at a dinner party in the late 90s. She was actually hesitant to date him at first, specifically because he was an actor.
She knew the risks.
She totally did. She doubted if he was grounded enough. But they built a life together over decades, raising 2 teenage daughters, swimming in the ocean, cooking dinners, long before the Marvel Universe or the Bear ever came calling.
So their foundation was already set in concrete.
Exactly.
And we see the exact same blueprint with Maddie Matheson, who plays Fake.
Yeah.
And he's even primarily an actor. He is a chef and a restaurateur.
Yep.
But his relationship with his wife, Trish Spencer, dates all the way back to high school. He publicly calls her a saint because she is the one who stood by him through severe, life-threatening struggles with alcohol.
Wow. High school.
Yeah, he has admitted that his lying and drinking were breaking him, and she gave him the hard ultimatum that finally led to his sobriety in 2012.
So he fought his demons in private with her before the Hollywood spotlight ever turned in his direction.
Precisely. And Liza Collins-Zayas, who plays Tina, follows the same trajectory. She just celebrated 30 years in her acting career.
Grinding through the industry.
Yes, grinding for years before achieving this tier of global recognition. And she has been married to fellow actor David Zayas since 1998.
1998. That is forever in Hollywood years.
Right. They got married at a friend's apartment, and she publicly refers to him as her most trusted friend and partner. over 25 years together, weathering the rejection and the hustle of the industry side by side.
It fortifies their relationship against the specific pressures of Hollywood.
So the key to survival seems to be possessing a fully realized life that fame cannot touch. But what about the younger breakout stars who are experiencing this massive surge of attention right out of the gate?
Yeah, that is the flip side of the coin.
Because Ayo Edebiri, who plays Sydney, and Lionel Boyce, who plays Marcus, they are navigating a completely different landscape.
Their survival strategy is different but equally effective. They are actively opting out of the new elite machine.
Opting out entirely.
Yeah, they fiercely guard their private lives, basically refusing to feed the fame engine. Lionel keeps his public presence strictly focused on his writing and producing. He offers zero access to his personal world.
And Ayo is an absolute masterclass in deflection.
She really is.
When interviewers try to pry into her romantic life or her personal struggles, she diffuses the tension with a joke. She literally told a reporter that if people want more information about her private life, it's going to cost a lot of money.
Which is brilliant.
It is. She refuses to read gossip about herself. She leaves her mom to monitor her DMs. She's drawing a hard boundary, signaling to the media ecosystem that her private life is just not for sale.
Which perfectly illustrates the duality of Grinon's theory. Once you enter the information society's elite class, you basically only have two choices.
What are they?
You either surrender your private life to pay the high-interest debt of fame, or you fiercely guard your sanctuary. You have to accept that it might limit your overarching celebrity status, but it will protect your humanity.
Wow, that is powerful. Bringing this all together, what we are watching unfold with Abby Elliott and Jeremy Allen White is not just sensationalized drama for us to consume with our morning coffee.
No, not at all.
We are watching the amplification of incredibly raw, deeply human struggles, the agonizing grief of a chemical pregnancy, the daily, grueling, unglamorous fight for sobriety.
The heartbreaking logistics of custody agreements and breathalyzers.
Exactly. Thousands of people navigate these exact traumas every single day in the safety of their own homes.
Right.
But for the new elite, these private agonies are placed under a blinding global spotlight. They are stripped of their context, and they are commodified for our entertainment.
And the statistical data from the Marriage Foundation proves that this environment is fundamentally toxic to long-term stability.
It really does.
The human brain and the architecture of a marriage, they are simply not designed to withstand the constant, unyielding pressure of millions of people observing and judging your every single fracture.
We look at the red carpets, the designer clothes, and the Golden Globes, and we naturally envy the wealth and the access.
Who wouldn't?
Right. But the data tells us that the ultimate casualty of that extreme fame is the one thing money cannot buy, which is peace of mind and relational stability.
It costs you the safety of your own home.
It does. Throughout human history, the ultimate sign of elite status was total visibility. Having your face minted on coins, having everyone in the empire know your name, fame was the ultimate goal.
The absolute peak of society.
But looking at the wreckage of these highly publicized relationships, it leaves you with something profound to consider.
What's that?
Is it possible that in today's hyper-connected, relentless information society, the true ultimate luxury isn't being known by everyone, but rather the incredible, untouchable privilege of remaining completely anonymous?
That is a thought to chew on.
It really is. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss what's coming next. You have been listening to StarScope Report, where Jordan and Jamie uncover the stories shaping Hollywood, music, and pop culture. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more stories that keep the stars shining.